Hey, what's going on guys? In this video we're going to talk about the best solo queue champions in patch 9.2. You can learn all the details in the latest patch review on our website. But now let's check which champions you should play to win your solo queue games. We shall discuss not only the strongest champions for every role, but also some others. Let's start with the top lane. Several champions have been changed in this patch: Aatrox, Irelia, Jax, Ornn, Urgot, Yorick and Kled. But this fact hasn't actually affected the top lane meta that much. In S tier there are still 3 bruisers who are extremely strong in solo queue and 1 tank. All these bruisers have a high snowball potential, which makes them strong solo queue champions. Once you get a lane advantage, it will be very easy to snowball it, leaving the enemy team no chances to stop you. Aatrox. Despite the nerf, this champion is popular in several positions at once. In the top lane, Aatrox is strong due to his massive damage and multiple crowd control sources. Having gained an advantage, he can easily solo carry his team in the mid game. This champion is a strong split pusher and team fighter. Jax. As is the case with Aatrox, his nerf has caused a fairly low impact on his win rate. In lane he has a stun and a gap closer. Jax is especially good against champions who deal their main damage with auto attacks. In the mid to late game, this champion mostly tries to farm and split push, but he's very useful in team fights as well. He could suit both advanced players and beginners. Urgot is one of the few long-range top laners. In solo queue, opponents often underestimate Urgot's damage, especially in the early game, and that's your trump card, moreover so if you play with Ignite. In lane, Urgot can poke enemies from a distance and initiate fights with his E ability or ultimate. Sion is an excellent top laner for solo queue games. He has a few popular builds. The main ones are damage and tank builds. With a damage build, you'll be dealing tons of damage both with your abilities and with auto attacks. This build is more suitable for advanced players. As for tank Sion, he is useful regardless of whether he's ahead or behind. Sion's ultimate allows him to initiate teamfights. Solo queue players often make positioning mistakes, and Sion can successfully punish them for it. In lane, he has a decent wave clear. After level 6, he can easily set up ganks for his jungler. In addition, Sion can rotate to the other lanes and help his teammates by ganking enemies with unstoppable onslaught. Next up, jungle. In patch 9.2, camp experience scaling has been decreased and challenging smite nerfed. Mobile aggressive junglers who can make numerous ganks in the early to mid game still dominate the scene. All the S tier champions have a high snowball potential, which makes them perfect picks for solo queue. Karthus has become even stronger in this patch, despite all the jungle changes, making early game ganks isn't that important for him. He just needs to get level 6. The ultimate allows Karthus to create a huge map pressure. When he gets ahead in the early game, he turns into a real killing machine. We can recommend this champion to beginners. But don't forget to farm and press R at the right time, you don't need much talent for that. Elisa's ganks are very dangerous as she has both crowd control and high damage. Her jungle clear is rather fast and Elisa's a strong duelist. If she can't win a duel, she has crowd control and the ability to escape with her E when in spider form. The Spider Queen has a high snowball potential. If you gain an early game advantage, it won't be hard to abuse it. Elise cannot be called a simple champion though, she has 2 forms, human and spider. Each form gives you 3 active abilities, so her mechanics might be difficult for beginners. Xin Zhao is a perfect choice for jungle rookies. He's got a nice jungle clear and a high gank potential. Besides, winning a duel against Xin is very difficult for most junglers. Because of that, Xin Zhao is very good at controlling the river, the crabs and the vision around the river. In the early game, Xin Zhao can make effective ganks already at level 2. Just with a few core items, Xin Zhao can focus enemy tanks and protect his carries, or just break into the enemy backline and try to delete enemy squishes. We highly recommend Xin Zhao to beginners, but he's also a great choice for experienced junglers. Nocturne isn't that one guy who can spam ganks in different lanes and destroy turret plates one by one. However, this champion has a high win rate in solo queue. When playing Nocturne, try to use your ultimate as often as possible, cause that's your main game tool. As for the mid lane, here is your Galio nerf, which has moved him from S to A tier. Also, Sylas, the new champion, has finally broken out in this patch. Players are still testing Sylas in different roles, but he seems to unlock his full potential in the mid lane. However, it's too early to place him in S tier. In our S tier there are 2 melee champions and 2 mages with useful ultimates, but first things first. Let's start with Lissandra. In lane she has a great wave clear, besides her gap close and crowd control make it easy to set up ganks, especially after level 6. The ultimate can also serve as a safe tool for Lissandra. Her strong point is teamfights. All of her abilities deal area of effect damage, so better fight in narrow spaces. Lissandra has no complex mechanics and can suit both rookies and pros. Malzahar is a perfect champion for beginners. In lane he has an excellent wave clear, but of course Malzahar's ultimate remains his strong point. It allows him to do both, set up ganks for his jungler and be extremely useful in teamfights. His flash plus ultimate combo is fairly peerless. In lane, avoid aggressive plays when you have no passive shield. After level 6 you should ask your jungler for help and wait for a gank, or just push the lane and rotate to one of the side lanes to help your teammates. In the late game, Malzahar deals sufficient damage to tanks and squishes. This champion is perfect for beginners and has no difficult mechanics. Kassadin is a counter pick to many mages, but you shouldn't pick him if you don't know who your opponent is. Especially now after Kassadin's nerf. If you get matched against, let's say, Talon, you won't have much time to catch your breath. Kassadin unlocks his potential in the mid to late game. Till level 6 his laning phase is below average. He mostly farms and pokes his enemy with Q every now and then. His wave clear is quite poor, so your opponent will easily push the lane. As a result, you'll lose lane priority. Till level 6 Kassadin is really vulnerable to enemy ganks, but once you get the ultimate, use it wisely, so that you don't get punished by the enemy jungler for excessive aggression. Kassadin is fairly difficult to play, as you need to understand mid-lane matchups and be able to play passively earlier on. Nevertheless, we still recommend this champion to beginners and skilled players, as mastering him is not that difficult. As we already mentioned, Aatrox has become a popular mid-lane pick because of the large number of melee champions such as Kassadin, Galio, Talon, Zed, Yasuo and some others. Also, in the champion selection, it's always hard to predict what role Aatrox is about to play. Having gained an advantage, he can easily solo carry his team in the mid-game. Marksmen haven't undergone any actual changes in this patch, but some related runes such as Overheal, Legend Bloodline, Cut Down and Absolute Focus have been slightly reworked. They are quite popular amongst ADCs. Lucian is number 1 on our list. For several patches in a row he's been one of the strongest marksmen. His laning phase should be aggressive. The best supports for Lucian in this matter are Braum, Pyke and Alistar. You can play this champion regardless of your rank. Our next marksperson is Misfortune. There are two different styles to play this champion. In the first case you max Q and pick Dark Harvest Keystone. This choice is good for a strong mid to late game where you'll be dealing tons of damage with your Q ability. In the second case you max E and pick Arcane Comet. This choice is more suitable for early game poke and minion wave control. Regardless of your keystone choice, Misfortune will remain a powerful marksperson due to her ultimate ability, mainly in teamfights. This champion is a nice pick for both beginners and skilled players. Ezreal's mid-game power spike makes him a good pick for solo queue. His laning phase is quite decent. He can either poke his opponent and farm or play aggressively. Vayne has become really popular after the latest patches, but this champion is rather difficult to play and is only useful in capable hands. She's especially good at killing tanks. True damage helps Vayne destroy her enemies despite all their armor. Rakan, Tahm Kench and Brand have been nerfed in this patch. In solo queue, support roles are mostly taken by aggressive champions with engage and crowd control abilities. Poke supports with high damage in teamfights can also be useful. Now when Vayne has become so popular in the bot lane, we see peel supports such as Janna, Lulu, Nami or Soraka more often. Pyke, despite all the nerfs, is still the most powerful support in solo queue. His playstyle is absolutely different from that of other supports. He has a reliable engage and crowd control. In addition, Pyke deals high area effect damage with his ultimate, which is especially useful in teamfights. This champion is quite difficult to master, so pick him at your own risk. Thresh is still an excellent pick due to his engage potential and a few crowd control abilities. He is useful both in lane and in teamfights. Thresh is especially good against squishy targets such as Zyra or Brand. Zyra has control and significant damage to multiple targets. Same as Brand, Zyra has to choose a good position in lane and play very carefully. We do not recommend these champions to beginners as their cost of a mistake is way too high. Alistar is a powerful tank initiator. His engage potential and the ability to set up effective ganks make him an excellent solo queue pick. Besides, Alistar can make successful turret dives after level 6. This champion isn't hard to play compared to the other supports with engage tools. We can definitely suggest playing him at any rank. And that's pretty much it for now, guys. We hope that you enjoyed this video. Adapt to the meta, don't be afraid to try new champions, and of course, as always, good luck in your solo queue.